Hey, this is Hafraz Aaron from How to Scrum. Thank you so much for joining me again in another video. And in today's video, I'll be talking about how to motivate the Scrum team and get the best out of them. As a Scrum Master, that could be challenging. So continue watching this video to find out some of the tips I can share with you to motivate the team and get the best out of them. So to motivate the team or to get the best out of the team, number one rule is you as a Scrum Master need to come across as organized, know your Scrum mastery, so that when they ask you a question, you have an idea how to overcome that problem or have a workaround or suggest a really good suggestion. And that could be using Jira to put something in place for them to follow or whatever. So you need to, first of all, come across as competent Scrum Master and somebody they can talk to. You have really good soft skills. So that's important to motivate the team, because it's not that the team needs to be motivated. It starts with you as a Scrum Master, that you are also self-organized, punctual, and you know your stuff. So I made that clear. Now, how do you motivate the team so that they're also working as one and the best to their effort? So to do that, while the sprint is running, I would make sure that I continue to share with the team the burn down chart. And you know, the burn down chart is a very good metric that just shows the team that if they continue on the gray line that the Jira suggests, they're going to be on target. And if they start hovering above that gray line, and that means they're going to be missing and they're going to not be able to finish the story that they have taken on. And if it's under the gray line, that means they're going to finish fast. So continue sharing, not every day, not every daily Scrum, but maybe every Friday, for example, the 50% mark of 2-week sprint, you can say, hey team, let's just talk about the burn down chart to say how we're doing in terms of Scrum as a team. And then they can see for themselves that they're not moving the stories fast enough to finish to the done status in order to finish the work within that 2-week sprint. So that's one. Number two, from the previous example, as part of your sprint retro, you can also share with them the velocity metric, and there they can say, hey, we did 5 stories, or we did 25 story points after the sprint. So then they can see, if you keep a tab of those velocity numbers, you can share with them and say, look, we started with 12, we went to 18, now we're on 25. So let's see if you can continue to make it 30, 40 story points after every sprint. And that's normal. Why? Because in the beginning we didn't know how the team dynamics were, but over time we got used to it. So we are really good at understanding each other. And I'll do a different video about team development. So for now, you're gonna maybe share the velocity metrics, not during the sprint, but after the sprint as part of your retro. Number three, you're gonna start looking around and see anyone struggling and who is finishing the work early, and someone who is still not able to finish the one story that should have taken them half a day and it's still taking them 3 days. So you need to find those little nuggets and work and ask the questions in the daily Scrum to say, hey, are you having difficulty finishing that work? Ideally, the team should talk like that. But as a Scrum Master, you need to keep an eye out that I'm a facilitator, but they're not talking and asking the question that the daily Scrum is all about, but how are they doing in terms of finishing the work that they have undertaken as part of the sprint. If they're not talking, then you need to step in and make sure that they understand that this is what the purpose of the daily Scrum is, not just to say, hey, I did yesterday, today I'm doing this, and no blockers. It's not a song. So you need to make sure that they actually start understanding that this is more for them as opposed to me, for Scrum Master to get an update, which is not the case. So you share the burn down chart on a regular basis. You share the velocity numbers at retrospective at the end of the sprint, and you keep an eye out on the people who keep speaking, those who don't speak, so that you motivate those who don't speak and ask those who are very talkative, loud, say, tone down. And you do this not on the daily Scrum, you have a side conversation with the team, because you're not there to make people embarrassed or uncomfortable. You're there to motivate and gel the team together. That's how they work together. And again, going back to my point, which is you as a Scrum Master must know your stuff. You must be organized and a really good listener and organizer with great soft skills. So that is what team looks at. Your energy is reflected on the team's energy. So you can imagine the daily Scrum, you say, hey everybody, how's it going, as opposed to, okay everybody, thanks for joining, we're gonna have a great day today, so let's start our daily Scrum. Off you go. It's your energy that determines the tone and how that's gonna go. So it's important that to get the best out of people is you need to have that eye for acknowledging and seeing where that effort needs to go, and appreciating, recognizing when they're doing a damn good job. So I hope this video was useful, and if you found it useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. And we have a great howtoscrum.com material that you can leverage, and there's a workshop that you can attend. And if anything other topics that you want me to cover in these videos, please don't forget to leave a comment. Until then, take care, bye.